Hello everybody and welcome to Seton Academy episode 2 anime review. More of the same this week, just good old animal fun. Somebody mentioned last week in a comment that they don't like the ending or the opening or one or the other. I don't mind the opening, I kind of like what they're going for. The ending's pretty bad, I'm going to be honest, because IMO, she can't sing very well. But you know, everyone has opinions, that's just mine. But no, the show itself, this episode we introduced a bunch of more characters, and by a bunch I mean like what, three? Yeah, three, who I guess will make up our core group with fun stuff happening. So yeah, that's a thing. It's enjoyable. I've picked my favourite so far, and we'll get to her later on. But anyway, let's get into this episode for right now and do this thing. We open up where we left off at the end of last week's episode, being the cooking club. They're like testing or screening Ranker to get in because hey, you gotta do it. Also, like, I'm gonna keep calling her Ranker because that's what the subtitles refer to her as. I know that the name is slightly different or whatever in the manga, but because that's a thing that happens a lot, and it died. Blame Crunchyroll, but it's just what I'm gonna stick with because A, it's easier to say, and B, it's easier to write down because I remember that way. But anyway, screening her for the cooking club. There's a mysterious girl there. She is a koala called Yukari Komori, or Komari Yukari. I'm gonna call her Yukari because, you know, names. Basically, her whole thing is she wants to eat something different from eucalyptus references. So yeah, she wants to do that, but no, she's actually searching for something she ate a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, and that's why she became a cooking protagonist, which is always good. She makes some eucalyptus pasta, which is good food. She gets into the club that way. I honestly when we get to the resolution in a minute to the whole thing, didn't see it coming. One thing I do like about this show is it's sort of informative, and I do mean sort of because obviously it's giving you facts, but the way everything else is presented, I'd struggle to tell my teacher this was informative, you know. But no, it actually has been in points. So yeah, she made the thing and she's in the club, hooray. But now it's Ranker's turn. Jin has to help her because you know, Hitomi's like, Ranker, she's not going to do good unless you help her, so you help her. And then Jin overhears Hitomi basically telling Yukari that hey, basically friend zoning him to the absolute max, and he doesn't take it that well. And then he tells Ranker that cooking is about love and to just have at it, and so she does. And she made a censored. It's not a joke. She made a censored. Basically, he's got a plan to make it so that them two don't join the club, so he can spend time with Hitomi on his own. Which, you know, he's a bad man, but he's a bit of a tsundere though, really, isn't he? Yeah, so we're back to Ranker's censored thing. He says, Yukari, here's your second test or whatever. You got to eat this censored right here. I should just, when I say censored, I should do like the beep just to be funny. But no, I'm not going to do that. Ranker tries to feed Jin some. Meanwhile, Yukari eats the thing, and it turns out that this thing is the thing that she's been searching for. Basically, the thing that she's been searching for, because eucalyptus is like poisonous or something, so they get the anti-poison, anti-bacteria, whatever. Where do they get that from? They eat. You ready for this? In case you watched the episode, so you should be ready for this. But it's undigested eucalyptus that they eat directly from their mum's anus. So I don't. That's science right there. That's like biology, so, or animalogy. What's the word? I don't know. So yeah, never say don't learn anything. So yeah. Also, there's someone watching from outside the window, or was it round the corner? Someone's watching their shenanigans, looking pleased. But yeah, then you know the food's bad. They all end up joining the club because Happy Days is essentially, and she ate her mum's poop. Eucalyptus, so that's a thing to remember when it comes up in a game of Trivial Pursuit. It's like, how do koalas get their eucalyptus anti-poison? They eat it from the mum's butt. So yeah, didn't see that coming. I should have studied animals more. The next day, I guess it's the next day, they need some vegetables because they have no budget basically. So they're going to go visit the vegetable club, gardening club, whatever club they are. But before that, they meet Nekomai Kurumi, and because her name's got Neko in it, obviously she's a cat. And then she has basically brainwash purring, or like to make people. They explain it like it's basically brainwash purring. Is how I'm going to describe it, to get them to like her and be nice to her. They go with her for some reason to the gardening club. They can't have no vegetables because their vegetables were getting taken. So they who ran it? The boars run it. The BOARS. The boars, they run it. So yeah, then Kurumi basically flirts with them to get some. And it turns out the people that were stealing the vegetables were the other boars. Awful. You're betraying your club captain, I guess. Kurumi flirts with Jin again after that. It's that he's not phased because he's Jin. He's a human, and he doesn't do that. She wants them to start a napping club with her instead of a cooking club. And they're like, well, no, we're not going to do that. Her purring didn't work, and she's a bit flummoxed by this, and she gets mad and runs away. The whole "don't think you've won." She legs it, and they're like, it's probably fine. We'll forget about her in due time. Yeah, not. She's fine. I mean, we get to her a bit later on, but she is a big old tsundere. Like a Jin's a tsundere, she is also a tsundere. That's where we're at right now. Now the next day, Ranka jumps Jin at the gate, and everyone's looking disgusted at them because she does the licking thing again, which makes sense. Basically says, hey, I found a new member. Her name's Miyubi, and she's a sloth, and she is precious, and we must protect. Sloths have always been my favorite animals, don't you know? It's not true, but it can be true. Miyubi, you're the best. She has moss in her hair, which is her lunch, because sloths grow moss on them apparently that they then eat, which... Facts. I do like the random facts that are just put in with here. And then, yeah, the headmaster, who is a long-necked dinosaur. I've forgotten what they're called. He's the Black Power Ranger from Dino Thunder. So, I can't remember what it is. I'm so sorry. But, yeah, he's the headmaster, and he tells them, basically, can you carry her to the dorm, please? Because she's so slow, because she's a sloth. He ends up carrying her. Also, throughout this section, apparently sloths die from anything apparently. I don't know if that's played up for jokes or if that's literally how they work. I'm not going to look it up. I'm just going to assume that this show's telling me the truth at all times and not question anything. That way, Trivial Pursuit will be my jam. Yeah, after that, he's carrying her back. Kurumi's watching them throughout this whole section. Still, she's just behind doors and windows, just peeking at them basically. They take her back to her room. Jin basically tells Ranka no, she can't join because look at her. And then Ranka gets her in the bath and then leaves Jin in charge of her. You left the... okay, let's break this down. I know it's Jin and he's whatever. You left the very slow, not in an offensive way, I mean literally, like move slowly, girl, naked, in the bath with the teenage boy. I mean, I know she's meant to be like a sloth instead of a girl, but you get what I'm saying. It's a bit weird. Really. But no, nothing happens. She overheats, so Jin has to save her, and then he washes her up himself because he's a responsible adult. And then later on, nobody really questions it. Like, imagine you were at school, right, and you washed some girl's bag naked, and then all their girlfriends came in, and they wouldn't be like, oh yeah, thanks man. They'd be like, what did you do? We will arrest you. I know anime, and I'm taking it far too seriously, especially this show, but damn it, it gives me something to talk about. But before they get back, I've skipped quite an important bit. She slowly makes him some tea. I did like the 8 times thing they had in the corner, that was pretty funny. And then afterwards thanks him for letting her join the club because she was lonely and had no one to hang out with her. And I'm like, you're precious. I will protect. And he's like, well, now he has to let her join. And he does. They all show up, the rest of them, and he's like, yeah, fine, she can join. And then he tells Kurumi, who's outside, and he just knew she was there because why not? He's like, you can join too, you know. Basically, he says, just stop acting tsundere. Just join our club. We know you want to be friends. Look at your tail. And she's like, well, no, can't do that. She acts all tsundere and runs away because she's like, I don't think you've got me yet. I'm not in your heart trap yet. The next day, there are vegetables at their place. Hooray, they've got vegetables. I guess Kurumi brought them because she's just outside. We see like her tail wag around. Or is it her ears? Tail or her ears are wagging around. Doesn't matter. And then post-credits scene, there is some girl in her underwear who, I don't know what the relevance that has. I tried to figure out what animal she was based off that, and it didn't give me anything. But she's not happy that the cooking club has got a bunch of different species, because that's not okay, damn it. She wants this, is segregation the right word? She doesn't want the mingling, and so she's going to come down with an iron fist on the cooking club, and we're going to have a big old sports day battle, probably. I have no idea, but that's how I see it going. And that was the end of the episode. As you can tell, I am having a great old time watching this. I don't have to think too hard. It's nice fun. I like the cast so far. I like the what's the word? The random facts intermingled in. I'm learning things and I'm having fun with it. I learned about koala butt today, so you know, I can go to work tomorrow. I can tell my colleagues, you know what I learned about today? I learned about koalas eating eucalyptus butt, and they're gonna be like, that's not a real thing. And I'm like, look it up, and they'll be like, yes, okay, we believe you. I've just gone on a complete ramble there, but that's fine. I think I'll just end here because, as I said, rambling. I'll thank you everybody for watching. I will see you next week for another episode of this. Make sure you subscribe and like and comment and everything. For more reviews, I'll be doing this show every week. Check out the main channel as well. There's stuff over there. I'll see you next week, as I said, for this one. And bye, guys.